Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Holo Party Collection from the brand Iscream Nails. So this is part of their Iscream Nails Plus line. Instead of coming in the ice cream shaped bottles, they do come in these larger rectangular bottles. This line is meant to hydrate and strengthen, smooth ridges, and an extra long wear time. So that's the difference between the two lines from Iscream Nails, and there is a slight price difference. In the description box, I will link the Iscream Nails site, I will link their Instagram page, and then I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. I do also have a discount code with Iscream Nails. It's here on the screen as well as in the description. It is an affiliate code, so I do make a small percentage of sales if you decide to use my code. So we do have 10 linear holographics to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Rager, and this one is described as a pinky red linear holographic. This has an incredible formula, very smooth, easy application, very opaque here on this first coat. I'm going to do 2 coats for everything today, but this one could definitely be a 1-coater. If you don't mind wearing 1 coat of polish, I feel like it's not a complete manicure for me personally if I only have 1 coat on, so I always prefer to do 2, even if it is fully opaque. That second coat does deepen the color just a hair though, so I do recommend still going in for it. This is going to apply to all the polishes in this collection, but this linear holographic effect will be more prominent once it's fully dried down with top coats. So there are 2 coats. So up next we have Throwdown, and this is described as a deep burgundy linear holographic. This is the one that I was wearing in the intro and outro of my video, and I love it. It's so deep, vampy, perfect for like Halloween and fall time. And again, an excellent formula, very opaque here on this first coat, but I am doing it 2. It does bring it to full coverage in 2 coats. Everything in these polishes doesn't dry with any kind of texture. Nothing has a texture. Nothing is difficult to remove. The holographic that's in here is such a small particle, and it's very, very strong. So that second coat, like I said, did deepen this up quite a bit, and it is just absolutely pure perfection. This will dry glossy. So there are 2 coats of Throwdown. Up next we have Do You Party, and this is described as a grass green linear holographic. This is a little bit sheer here on this first coat, but it does still build up to full coverage in 2. The formulas on these are just incredible. No running, pooling, staining, anything of that sort. No issues with formulation, pulling down the sides of your nails, anything. Just a very easy, breezy application. So here's our second coat, and that did cover completely in 2. My ability to capture holographics is virtually non-existent, so you have to just trust me that these are blaringly holographic. You will want top coat to bring this to its fullest potential of holographicness. Removal is easy, so there are 2 coats of Do You Party. So up next we have Blowout, and this is described as a forest green linear holographic. This is another top pick in the collection for me. I freaking love this shade of green, and the holographic that's in here is just perfection. Again, an incredible formula to work with. I have 0 complaints with formulas on any of these. They are all pretty much exactly the same, and they are very easy and beginner friendly. Very opaque here on this first coat. Again, a second coat does bring this to full coverage. I also had no running, pooling, or staining. I do recommend using a base coat though, just to protect your nails and prevent potential staining. So that second coat, it does cover completely, but it doesn't really change the color of it. So if you are, again, somebody who doesn't mind doing just 1 coat of polish, this is another good contender. You'll want top coat to just bring this holographic to its fullest life, but nothing dries textured, and removal is easy. So there are 2 coats of Blowout. Up next we have Riviera Rave, and this is described as a deep aqua blue linear holographic. This is such a pretty color, and honestly I can see like winter for this, I can see summer for this, I can see spring for this. This is really something that can
universally work year-round. If you are somebody who wears polishes seasonally, this is one that definitely goes all year. Also, everything that's in here is holographic. So all of these tiny sparkles that you're seeing are actually holographic particles. It's just in my indoor lighting and like my camera lighting, it doesn't show anything but color. So you won't be able to see that, but that's all holographic in there. Anyway, I got full coverage in 2 coats per the usual of this collection. Removal will be easy and it dries with no texture, and it does dry glossy all on its own. So there are 2 coats of Riviera Rave. Up next, we have Lose Control, and this one is just described as a blue linear holographic. To me, this one does lean kind of like cornflower blue, where it's like a dusty, periwinkle purpley kind of blue, but it's a very original color, and I don't think I have another holographic in this exact shade, so I'm super excited to add it to my collection. Again, a very great formula to work with. A little bit sheer here on this first coat, but a second coat does bring us to full coverage, no problem. Also excuse that cotton ball fuzzy. So here is that second coat, and that did bring us to full coverage. Almost everything in this collection is going to dry to a nice glossy finish. A top coat will again help that holographic stand out to its fullest potential, but it doesn't add anything as far as shine goes to the actual polishes themselves. So there are 2 coats of Lose Control. Up next, we have a Blast, and this is described as a lavender linear holographic. This one is a little bit sheer here on this first coat. I still got full coverage in 2 coats, no problem, but I think of a lavender as a little bit of a lighter color. I would say this one is more of like just a pastel purple, but for it to be so blaringly holographic and like an almost pastel colored base really blew my mind. So here is our second coat, and that did cover completely, like I said, in 2 coats. And just like everything else, this is going to dry to a nice, smooth, glossy finish all on its own. I do still recommend a top coat. It will help protect your manicure, keep it lasting a little bit longer, and help that holo stand out to its fullest potential. So there are 2 coats of Have a Blast. Next up, we have Banger, and this is described as a lilac linear holographic. This is such a pretty color. It does have a very like magenta-y tone to it, and I'm really, really drawn to this kind of color. The formula is, again, excellent. That's to be expected of Iscream Nails in general, but this collection really is a standout. I got full coverage in 2 coats, no running, no pooling, no staining. I do recommend that base coat just to protect your nails and prevent any potential staining, but I don't think it's necessary. So like I said, that second coat covered completely. This is blaringly holographic, especially once you get it out in the sunlight. It's so stunning. So there are 2 coats of Banger. Up next, we have Glow Up, and this is described as a hot pink linear holographic. This is the only one in the collection that was slightly different than the rest of them. While this is still a linear holographic, it is, I would say, much less holographic than anything else in this collection. I also think it's derived of a neon pigment because it's the only one that doesn't dry nice and glossy. You'll see in a second here, it dries down to almost a completely matte finish. So if you don't love that, you will still want that top coat. This is also very opaque. Could easily wear this one in 1 coat. I do recommend that top coat. Removal will be easy. I didn't have any kind of staining. I'm not sure what else I'm missing because I did get myself thrown off here, but there are 2 coats of Glow Up. And lastly for today, we have Bougie, and this is described as a charcoal linear holographic. However, on the nails, it reads 100% black, and I totally fell in love with this. It was going to be the one that I was going to wear right after swatching, and then I put Throwdown on, and oh my gravy. But I love this. I love how holographic this one is. being in such a dark base, that rainbow stands out so stinking nicely. I also got full coverage with this one in 2 coats. That top coat will come in handy as far as protecting your manicure and making that holographic stand out even more. I didn't have any kind of running, pooling, or staining. Nothing dries textured. So there are 2 coats of Bougie. And here's a look at the full collection. I am absolutely in love with this collection. I'm a sucker for a good holographic, and these are great. Everything's formulated really nicely. Everything is blaringly holographic, very opaque 2-coat formulas. Like, I am very, very happy with this collection.
I don't know about you, but I am an absolute sucker for linear holographic. I know that there's a ton of them out there, but I would be happy to literally have all of them. So these are really calling to me. They're really speaking to me. They're beautifully formulated, gorgeous 2 coats for all of them. Very easy to use, beginner friendly, and the rounded brush, the wider round brush, really makes application easy. I am wearing one of them right now. I think it's called Throwdown. It's just absolutely stunning. In my like indoor lighting, I cannot catch a holographic to save my life, but dropping the kids off at school this morning and the sun was out and it was just absolutely perfect. It was blaringly holographic and just gorgeous. But anyway, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.